So, hi Kalyani. The newsletter is very happy to have you here today. Kalyani is making her OTT debut with Putham Pudhu Kaalai that will premiere on Amazon Prime Video on the 16th of this month. Hi Kalyani, how are you today?
Hello, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Very nice having you. So, tell us, how was your 21-day lockdown?
I think it's probably more boring than the average person. I'm just so used to always being on set. I'm used to traveling if I'm not on set. And so it was just a weird thing. Luckily, I mean, I got to spend time with family, but apart from that, there was really, I was literally on a couch watching TV the whole time.
So, how did the series happen? How do they approach you with the story?
So the thing is, I got a call from Purnima, I'm the stylist for the film. She was not, because of a limited crew, she was not just the stylist, she was like the art director, the stylist, the assistant director, the everything. And she's very close with Sudha ma'am. And she called and she said that, there's this really cool, interesting, sort of idea that's come out. It'll be fun more than anything to like be a part of. And she was like, Sudha ma'am's directing it. And I was like, okay, well, there's no hesitation there. Because I've always wanted to work with Sudha ma'am, and to be able to do that so early on in my career, I thought was like, it was not everybody's that lucky. And again, more than anything, I was just waiting for the opportunity to start shooting again. If I got the chance to shoot, I'd be happy to. So I was just waiting for that opportunity. So all in all, there was no hesitation from my side at all. She said that, it's a sweet love story and she thought I'd be apt for the role. She'd seen some of my earlier work and she thought I'd be perfect for it, which was a big compliment from, somebody like her. We immediately got on board. We shot literally like 2-3 weeks after that call. We shot in 3 days. It was crazy because we were told that we had to shoot under lockdown regulations because shoots hadn't started yet. So we had to shoot with like 5 or 6 people and that's it. So, as actors, we didn't have our, hair and makeup crew. We didn't have, our assistants. It was literally just us and the director and one assistant director and the cameraman. So you're just like, how is this happening? And so it was a really, really fun experience because I feel like even though we shot only for 3 days, we had to do a lot of prep work. We did meet before that to do readings and stuff like that because shooting 30 minutes in 3 days is not funny. It's not an easy task. So we shot more than 30 minutes, in fact. So, and there's songs, there's dance, there's everything. Yeah. We had a lot of prep work. So it really felt like, we were doing something, in that lockdown when everybody was, especially most of the industry had to like, we had nothing to do. And so it was really nice. I felt really lucky to get the chance to be like, working on something so creative at that time.
So can you tell us a little about your character? From the trailer, it looks like you're playing the younger version of the older couple.
Listen, this is the 25-minute short. I feel like if I say anything, like half the story is said. So all I'm going to say is it's a very, very sweet love story that's set in the time of the lockdown. I mean, actually, all of them in the series have to do with some kind of theme about the lockdown. It's either love or hope or, like something to do with happiness and something positive about the lockdown. And I think that was the whole idea. I think Amazon wanted to give people some kind of hope, some kind of positivity during all of this that we were all going through. So and ours has to do with love, and I think it's come out really well. I'm really proud of the work we've done, especially like I can't believe that we did it in those 3 days, and everybody did such a great job. So I'm really excited.
Nice, and you've worked with familiar faces, right? There's Jairam, Kalidas, and Urvashi. So how is it with you? I'm sure you share a good rapport, good friendship with all of them. So how is it for you working with?
The thing is, because of these regulations, we were told that we can't really have more than 2 actors on set because we couldn't wear masks, right? So we had to be very careful with the way that it was planned so that if there was any kind of overlap, it was like literally for like a very short amount of time. I didn't really get the chance to see these guys work like as much as I would have loved to. Because I feel like as an actor, the best part about your job is to see great actors work.
Right.
And you get to learn so much. So I never had that opportunity because of these rules. But at the same time, like most of my work was with Kali. According to my parents, I've been to his the second birthday party or something like that, but I can't remember any of this stuff because like my parents are such good friends. We overlapped a little in our childhood, but like I think we went our separate ways, and so now we kind of like met back again, and it was fun to sort of like talk about all that. It was nice. It was familiar, which is great.
Although it's a short experience, how was it working with director Sudha Kongara?
Oh, she is by far the most, and I mean this in the best way, she's the most organized director I've ever worked with. She is an actor's director. She gives so much, like, I love when a director wants to work with you. As in, like, it's not just on set. She'll come, like, she'll give you readings. She will, make sure you're prepped well. She'll, everything is so organized. And I love that. Like, it's very similar to my own process. I like having things organized. I get anxiety if I don't have it. I can't just come to set and suddenly, like, there are actors who are so spontaneous, like, on set, they don't need anything. They'll just, like, without any preparation, just be geniuses. I am not that kind of actor. I need prep work. I need to do my readings. I need to, like, I'm a little more in that kind of a school. So it's great to have her as a director if you're that person, because she loves that.
And we're going to see quite a bit of anthology series coming up on OTT platforms. So how are you looking at it? How are you looking at the regional content that's coming up on OTT platforms now?
I mean, the great thing about an OTT platform is its accessibility. I feel like, even more so than theaters, I feel like the reach that they have is just so big. I feel like, pretty much anybody that has access to internet, which is pretty much anybody right now, can access it just like that. They don't even have to, like, step out of their house, which is, as an actor, you want your work to be seen. Like, that's one of the most important things for you. You want, not just as an actor, but like as anybody a part of the film industry, you're making a film so that it can be seen. So it's nice that, there are more people who will be able to see it. It's a little sad that, you don't get the whole experience of the theater, but there are some movies that you just want people to, like, be in their own cozy little environment watching it. And so those kind of films, when they come out in platforms like this, I feel is like, it's amazing.
And have you seen the other episodes? And if you have, which one's your favorite?
So I haven't, but I'll say mine's my favorite. And I'm not kidding, because I've seen mine and it's amazing. It's awesome. The thing is, Amazon wanted it to be very, very hush-hush from the beginning. It was a very, very secretive project. In fact, I told my parents I was shooting for this literally 2 days before shoot. So until then, there was really nobody that knew. So as a part of that secrecy, they didn't tell us who the other directors were. Sudha ma'am knew, but she refused to tell us who the other directors were. She's like, no, this is hush, Amazon. I can't tell you. So we were always guessing who the other people were. For example, we always sort of figured that Gautam sir was going to be one of them. We somehow figured that Karthik Subbaraj sir was going to be a part of it, but Rajiv Menon sir was like a really refreshing sort of surprise out of nowhere. And so Hasni ma'am also, like, Hasni ma'am's a very good friend of my mom's, and she also didn't tell my mom about this. So, like, none of us knew. So it was like really like such a big surprise when it kind of happened and we all found out. So I'm excited to watch their films because I really don't know much about them.
And you're also in film front, you're also working in different industries, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. So what kind of work culture difference have you noticed?
I'll be honest, it has to do with the scale of the film. If it's a big film, there's just so many people on set that it's impossible to know everybody. But for example, the Malayalam film that I just did, most of it was set inside like an apartment complex. And so there was very few people over there, and we all got to know each other really, really well. So it felt like a really close, like, family kind of environment, mainly because there were very few people. And it's the same with this film as well. There was only like 6 or 7 of us, like, completely involved in this whole thing. So it really felt like we got to know each other really well, which is very different from, like, I would say, my experience with other films.
So you're also interested in a bit of filmmaking, right? So how was the shooting that was done during lockdown? How interesting did you find? What did you learn from it?
So the thing is, the most exciting part of this whole thing was that it was made like we were college kids in film school. Like pretty much Sudha ma'am became a college kid. Niket, who was our cameraman, he he felt like he was back in film school. I feel, he was so cool. He created these little tracks. We don't have tracks, we don't have any of that stuff, but he made like these little contraptions. If there's any behind the scenes video of it, like you guys should like really take a look at it, because it's so interesting just to like move the camera here back and forth. And then we didn't have a lighting crew, so he had like one little China lamp that he carried everywhere he went. And we had like one AD hold it, and it was just really, really fun. It was just such a crazy experience. It felt like we were in college. That's what I would say.
It sounds like you guys had a blast.
It was fun.
So those were my questions. Thank you so much, Kalyani.
Awesome.
All the best.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited already.
Thanks for joining us.